Football is back. I know a lot of you guys don't watch college football, but for those that do or wanted to give it a try this year, I wanted to do a quick college football viewing guide for this weekend's game and just briefly mention some players to watch for NFL draft purposes. Let's go ahead and get right into it. One of the biggest games of the week will probably already be starting by the time this video gets out. Clemson versus Georgia, the number 14 and number 1 ranked teams in the nation, kicking it off at 11 a.m. Central today. A big matchup with a lot of NFL caliber talent. Georgia has one of this year's top pass rushers in Mykel Williams. They also have one of this year's best centers and guards. A lot of players to watch on Georgia's roster and Clemson's. And then I've listed some other big games on the screen for you guys to watch today. The next big ranked game is tonight. Notre Dame taking on Texas A&M. That's the number 7 team and the number 20 team in the nation. Texas A&M has one of my favorite pass rushers, Nick Scourton. He is a guy to watch, and he's a guy that in early mock drafts is a favorite to go to the Bears already, even though the draft is still a long time away. And then there's another huge game tomorrow night, USC versus LSU. Caleb Williams' alma mater versus Jaden Daniels. LSU has a ton of draftable talent, and there's a chance that Caleb Williams could be at that USC game. I'll definitely be watching. And then I quickly wanted to show you guys my early NFL draft players to watch, focusing on only positions of needs for the Bears. I have Travis Hunter listed at wide receiver and corner. Even though we probably don't have a chance of landing him, he's still one of my favorite players in the draft. But I included some edge rushers to keep an eye on, some defensive tackles, the safety out of Iowa. On the offensive side of the ball, I included wide receivers in case we lose Keenan Allen, but mostly focused in the trenches there on offensive tackles and guards. You can always move tackles inside to guard, but these are my early round targets I'll be focusing on. I try to watch as many players as possible, but all of these guys are high on my watch list. And then one final thing, the center position is something we've been talking about since I made this channel, and I think all of us are still waiting for Ryan Poles to draft a franchise center for this team. These are my favorite centers for next year's draft. I'm really high on both Texas A&M's Bryce Foster and Alabama's Parker Brailsford. I'll be watching both of their games and checking them out this weekend. But anyone wanting to scout some centers, those are the two to start with. But then Georgia, Iowa, Ohio State, Texas, and Florida all have quality centers that could be drafted next year as well. But football is back, just over a week until the Bears take on the Titans. I will be watching college football today and getting some early scouting done. And I've been working on my early edge rusher rankings for next year's draft for months now. So I have that coming soon. Stay tuned, guys. Remember to hit that like button for me. And until next time, bear down.